just kind of got in the way. I wanted to talk about anxiety and how it differs from everyday stress or run-of-the-mill stress. And the difference is that anxiety is inherently irrational and debilitating and out of proportion to whatever it is that triggered the panic attack or the feeling of anxiety. And for me personally, my anxiety is usually social anxiety, and I get very uncomfortable in crowds. Now, if someone had medical anxiety, they might have a headache and legitimately believe that it's a brain tumor, or that it's cancer, or an aneurysm, or stroke, or something like that. And a rational person can understand that a headache might be because you're dehydrated, or stressed out, or you didn't get enough sleep last night. So maybe they take a Tylenol and they go on with their day. But a person who suffers from an anxiety disorder might legitimately believe that this headache is a sign that they're having a stroke or about to have a stroke or something like that. I started having anxiety when I was in the 6th grade, and I don't know what caused it. It might have been some events that were kind of stressful for me with my parents and my childhood, but I think it's mostly genetic. You can have a genetic predisposition to mental health problems. And if, for whatever reason, maybe you have a stressful childhood or certain events in your life can bring about the predisposition to the mental health problem. So, it's kind of like alcoholism. If you have an alcoholic parent, it doesn't mean that you're destined to become an alcoholic. But if you're going through a really stressful time, you might turn to alcohol to cope. And since you have that genetic predisposition, you are more likely to fall into an addiction when you do start drinking. So with anxiety, I know that mental health problems run in my family. And anxiety is relatively low on the spectrum of mental health problems. It's so common. So many people have anti-anxiety medication. I'm not saying it like it's a good thing, but it's common. I think there's less shame. I think people are starting to have more of an understanding of it. So for me, I think it's just a genetic predisposition. And maybe some events in my childhood kind of triggered the panic attacks. So the difference between anxiety and just run-of-the-mill stress is that if I'm having a bad day at work, and I've actually gotten better, but back in when it was really bad, I would have a bad day at work and think, I'm gonna get fired, or I'm gonna have to quit, or I'm gonna lose my job, and I won't be able to pay my rent, and I won't be able to pay for my car, and I'll have to sleep in my car because I won't have a place to live, and I won't irrational thoughts. You know, a lot of people can have a bad day and not believe that their entire life is over and that there's nothing to live for, nothing to look forward to, or that it's going to be a domino effect of all the horrible stuff that could happen and go wrong and all that. Anxiety is so irrational, and that's actually they're scared to go to school because they think they'll have a panic attack. But if you get behind in class, that might actually cause even more panic and anxiety because now you have to work twice as hard to catch up, or you might have to repeat a class. So anxiety can really be debilitating. I have had a not so great experience taking medication for my anxiety. I'm not pro or anti-medication, but I think that cognitive behavioral therapy, natural remedies, and lifestyle modification should be used before you get medication, because the medication is a crutch, and the whole idea is you're supposed to use the medication in conjunction with therapy and lifestyle changes, and the medication just allows you to be able to do that. But if you're really like in a debilitating situation, I think you have to do what's best for you. I'm a big fan of cognitive behavioral therapy. It is so